next question I have is how I felt about Trev Alberts leaving for A&M and Troy Dennen coming in as the new AD. And if you would have asked me about Trev Alberts leaving, I was as shocked as anyone. I would have said definitely not. There's no way he's going to leave Nebraska. He was an All-American here, played. His name's up on the stadium. I grew up in his. I was an adult in his era. I'm older than Trev is, so outstanding player. Loved the guy, even mainly when he played. So I would have never thought he left. But then after he left, you got to also think he's not really a Nebraska boy. I know everybody's going to say there's a difference in living and raising and born in Nebraska, and then you're in South Dakota or Iowa. And doesn't mean he doesn't root for Nebraska, all that, but he don't have the ties there like I do, like a lot of you do, like Tom Osborne did. Tom Osborne was a Nebraska guy. So because of that, I wouldn't expect anyone that doesn't have ties there to stay. If Scott Frost would have worked out, I could have seen him stay. But because of that, after thinking about it, I'm going, it makes sense. He's not, yes, he loves Nebraska. Yeah, he wants Nebraska to win, but he's from Iowa. So kind of the same with Troy Dennen. I think that's a good choice. I think it's a great choice. I think that's a Matt Rhule choice. And that was the smartest thing. You could tell they're all in with Matt Rhule. I am too, and I got a feeling 99% of you are. And what do you ought to do? You're giving him everything he needs to succeed. And you're seeing that there with Troy Dennen, the new AD. You're seeing it with the NIL. And I think when this team starts pulling in this talent, you see this development, this team get back up, Matt Rhule's going to get all that credit. Don't be surprised down the road that Troy Dennen, he could end up leaving. Again, he's not a Nebraska guy. Yes, he's a Midwest guy. I think South Dakota's where he's from, if I'm not mistaken. So I could see him leaving. I could see him leaving the Iowa, or I think he'll stay probably around the Midwest. And that's the same with Matt Rhule. I don't see Matt Rhule staying here like Tom Osborne did. I do think Matty has one goal in his mind, because you guys, I know a lot of you have said Matt Rhule ain't staying. He'll go 3 years and he'll leave. He went to Temple, got him winning 3 years, he left to Baylor. Got Baylor winning 3 years. That's when it impressed me, because Baylor at that time was never a winning team. Got them winning, went to the NFL. NFL didn't kind of work out, and that doesn't mean he doesn't want to give it another try. He might. But I think now, and I don't know personally, this is just my opinion, I think now what has eluded Matt Rhule in the college ranks, he knows he can develop these teams and get them up, but he hasn't stayed long enough to get that conference championship and that national championship. I think that's what he wants to do, and I think that's what his goal is to do. But I could see him down the road, because they're now that 12-team college football playoffs, get Nebraska into that running where there are a shot of making them playoffs or even make the playoffs. And I think he wants that national championship, but even if he don't get it, if he finally gets them consistently winning to where they could be making that college football playoffs, and then I think something like Penn State came open, then I could see Matt Rhule leaving. I don't expect him. I don't expect it anytime soon, but I do expect some years down the road. He's got this program back on its feet, constantly winning, but I do think he really wants to win a conference championship. I think he wants to win a national championship, and that's what it's eluded him, and that to me would make him an elite coach. If he could do that, he'll be one of them top coaches. I think he really wants that. And I don't know personally, but it's just my opinion. But again, guys, I want to thank you for supporting this channel. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. If you like the video, it helps it get out. Like the video, if you hit the like button, it gets it out where others see it and they can see how stupid I am or the dumb things I say. For all you supporters out there that's part of the Big Red Country Club, thank you very much. So again, thank you for your support. And until the next video, guys, go Big Red.